That shot sucks. Hitting the slice truly sucks. And I know it plagues way too many of you. And as you saw there, I was trying to shallow out. I was trying to stop coming over the top, yet still the ball sliced. Why would it do that? I'm going to show you exactly why. Not only... Okay, so we're going to go over a couple of things today that are going to fix this crappy slice once and for all. Now, there are lots of videos online that tell you how to do it. I'm just going to try and make this really freaking simple, okay? And let's be honest, slices will happen occasionally, but when you know the truth of why they happen, we're going to eliminate them most of the time. So, really what happens is, let's presume that you've been working really hard on your swing path and you're not trying to come over the top, you're not spinning the shoulders. There's a big problem that happens, and that is all to do with the club face here. If the club face on the backswing is either too open, okay, or on the downswing is too open, we are always going to create a slice, no matter how much we try and come in from the inside. In fact, that's only going to make it worse. I know that sounds crazy, but if you've got an open club face here and you're trying to, sling it out to the right, you're just going to get push slices, which is awful. And you're like, why is this happening? So then you keep trying to come up from the inside a bit more to stop coming over the top, and it gets worse and worse and worse. It's because you have an open club face, all right? Now, it might be happening on the backswing, which we're going to cover first. If your open club face is happening on the backswing, a way to sort of check that, in essence, is just on the takeaway here, okay? As you come back, I want you to do just a little checkpoint. Now, we're not trying to place the club in perfect positions. We're just trying to start with momentum here. But I want you to observe, without thinking too much, how open or relevant, how much is the toe up as you take the club away. Is it pointing way up to the sky? Is it pointing down? Or is it somewhere in between? Because what happens is, if it's too much open, pointing up to the sky, and we are rolling our forearms here, this club face stays open and open and open. So then no matter what we do, it's still going to be open. We have to work very hard on the downswing to square that up. So let's make it a bit easier, okay? As we take the club away, I want you to feel like your wrist here is just staying a little bit more cupped, and the little checkpoint, as we make a swing with our right hand only, our club face is pointing down towards the ground just a little bit more. We almost want it parallel with the body, but I don't want you thinking about that too much. This is just about a feel to think, okay, this club face is pointing down just a little bit more. That's going to help us at the top of the swing. It might feel like you're a little bit bowed or something like that, but that's perfectly fine. We're just trying to avoid the vastly open club face for now. You do that, and it's going to work wondrous. You might hit a few shots sort of left if you over exaggerate it, but it's going to work very, very nicely for you. So there's your little checkpoint, okay? Just try and notice as you're allowing the wrist to sort of fold, where am I placed here? Okay, have that little checkpoint there, then continue your swing as normal. If that isn't working, or if it's not working enough, let's go on to the downswing. Let me ask you this, is this resonating with you? Do you recognize a bit of your swing when we're doing this? Do you struggle with the slice? Let me know, and let me know if you're going to try even one of these easy tips. Let me know below. So now the downswing, okay, we're going to again feel, as we sort of make our transition down, we're going to try and get that club face pointing towards the ball a little bit more, instead of being quite open, pointing directly that way, okay? We're going to have it pointing down towards the ball a little bit more, which is going to feel like you're sort of de-lofting it somewhat, but it's all happening really with this right arm only, okay? That's the only thing I want you to really sort of think about here, is we are maintaining this wrist hinge primarily. So as we're swinging down, we can see the right wrist is a little bit cupped here, okay? If we are open, the club face is going to be open. So we want to feel a bit more control with the back of the hand as opposed to trying to manipulate the club face. The club face is going to follow what the right hand does primarily, okay? So we want to feel like the club is being set back here, and then we just allow the arms to straighten and squeeze together, and that's what's going to give us the positive impact that we want without the club face being way open this way, okay? Because being open kills us. We want to be, it's going to feel like we're closed to begin with, all right? That's what it's going to feel like as we enter the impact area. So we can try some right hand only swings to accentuate this feel and a nice rounded golf swing that rotates through, but with that club face control on the way back and on the way through, okay? That's all it is. Now, the transition and the downswing are covered in other videos. We're just working on club face control in this, all right? That's all we're looking at in this video. All right, now we are on to the third component that I think is going to help you square up that club face and actually hit the shots where you want. And that is about the arms and the rotation that we're getting through the ball. Because what happens is all too common, but it's so easy to avoid. All right, so we've discussed the club face control on the backswing, on the downswing. What happens when we get through the ball, okay? What happens too often is people like try and steer it, and we get this kind of chicken wing action, and the club face just stays more open, and we just end up shoving it this way. We need to have a natural sort of release, okay? We've got a wonderful lesson where we flip the club over and you just practice swing like this to practice the release. But with the driver, I want to give you a very specific feel. What you're going to do is take your club right hand under, left hand over, if you're right-handed, okay? And what we're going to do is make some little back swings here, but the rehearsal is actually as we swing through, we're going to turn the wheel. That's what it's going to feel like through here, okay? We're going to turn that wheel. And that's going to enable us, even though you're thinking it's happening back here, good things have to happen through the ball with power to get that intent, okay? But we don't have to think about it too much. We don't have to think about manipulating the club face too much. We try and get to here, good things happen. So when we've got this drill, what you're going to do is turn that steering wheel, okay? As we swing through, you're going to turn that steering wheel. From here, we are turning that steering wheel, just like so. And we keep rehearsing that, but to have the same feel, all right? It's going to feel like the right arm is overtaking the left just a little bit. Now, we're not flipping the hands up, okay? We are just allowing the club to release naturally. But you do that, you're going to have extension. You're going to allow the arms to roll, and you might even start hitting some draws. So practice that 10, 20 times before you even try and hit golf shots, maybe more, all right? But you get that sensation, and now we've taken care of the club face back here, you're going to be in a really good spot. Now the final tip, you're not going to like it, but it is about taking dead aim. Being so specific in what you're trying to do and not make an arbitrary golf swing, okay? We don't want arbitrary swings. We don't want to just say, you've got to produce this swing, this movement to hit it down there. You've got to tell your brain exactly what you want it to do. You've got to be precise. Even if you're crap, you have to be precise. Give your body a chance. You know, if you were to throw a ball, whatever it might be, you wouldn't overcomplicate it. And golf is the same. We have to be more reactive. So you pick your spot down there, a fine spot on the fairway, on a tree, whatever, and you picture your ball flight. If you want to draw, picture it, okay? Because you can enable it to happen, I promise you. But you've got to be more precise. Don't keep telling yourself you slice the ball. Tell yourself you hit power draws, okay? You can do it.